Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We are VRC presents the Raptor Raid. Sometime in the recent history, 7 individuals got together in a lobby to take on the Raptor. So one of our Friday nights was the Ford Raptor, and as you can see there on the list, Talleyrand is sitting on pole with Homesick in second. I don't know how they qualified for it. I can't remember. I think it was like a 5-minute qualifier or something like that. But Talleyrand on pole with Homesick Alien in second, Skyjacker third, Shiren fourth, Mika in fifth, Rivixter in sixth, and Metcalf in seventh. Let's have a look then. What have I done? I can't remember how I got here. There we are. Hey, sexy looking cars. Let's get rid of those. So for a 10-minute blast around Sardinia Windmills, I present to you round 1 of the Raptor Raid, or race 1 of the Raptor Raid. Let me just get them underway. You can see Talleyrand on pole. Some cracking looking pickups out there, I tell thee. It's a farmer's market gone wild, and there they go. Talleyrand taking the lead from pole. Homesick Alien, it looks like Skyjacker having a look up the inside, and he does. He makes it stick, so Skyjacker is now up in second. Homesick Alien, though, he's got that inside line here. They're sliding around like mad. Mika in fourth with Shiren in fifth. He's wiggling around in his Raptor. There is a Metcalf in 6th place with Rivixter in the Mystery Machine in 7th place. So Talleyrand in that Cat Ford Raptor leading the way from Skyjacker, who's in the Monster Raptor. There is Homesick Alien, he's driving the Grid Finder with Mika in the Haribo in 4th, Shiren in Team 13 colours, holding up in 5th place, but it looks like Mika had an issue there with the barrier, and Shiren is all up in her business, but he got closed off against the barrier, and now he's got Metcalf to worry about just behind him in 6th place in the Wrangler. But so far Talleyrand pulling out an impressive lead in his Cat Raptor, with Skyjacker sideways through the chicane here at the windmills of Sardinia, and Homesick Alien keeping close eye on that Monster Raptor. The Monster Raptor out wide, and Homesick Alien looking like he's slotting it up the inside there, and he's holding it. He's held it in 2nd place, just ahead of Skyjacker, whilst Talleyrand disappears into the distance. They both go flying over and swivel both different separate ways, and it looks like that gives Skyjacker the opportunity to make it back ahead of the Alien back there in 3rd place, hanging it out. Meanwhile, Mika in 4th with Shiren in 5th. Metcalf is in 6th place with Rivixter trailing behind some way in that mystery van. Maybe he had a monster to uncover before he could get underway. There is Talleyrand, though, booting it in his Ford 4x4, flying high. Skyjacker in 2nd place, keeping track of him with Homesick Alien very close to Skyjacker. It's quite a battle here between Skyjacker and Homesick Alien around this small twisty track here at Sardinia Windmills for race 1 of the Raptor Raid. Mika holding her own in 4th place, way ahead of Shiren. Shiren dropping off the back of that Raptor, and he's got a good lead on Metcalf with Rivixter there. Starting to get purples, he's getting the hang of it, and there we see Skyjacker under threat again from the Alien. The Alien trying to straight line that chicane as much as possible, while Skyjacker is wiggling it through it. And there you go, Skyjacker loving the wheel spin all the way around these corners. But Homesick looking like he's getting better traction over the top of the hill, trying to attack again side by side, and as Skyjacker lost it, he's gained it back again. He's scooped it up in the last second, and they trade paints as they go into the first corner, and it looks like Homesick Alien just edging ahead of Skyjacker now. With these two battling, does that mean Mika is catching up with 26.4 last time for Mika, with Skyjacker doing a 26.0, Homesick Alien doing a 26.1 now. Homesick Alien on the hunt for Talleyrand. He's pulling away from Skyjacker in 3rd. Skyjacker falling back to Mika, with Shiren catching these guys up. Just in the distance you can see Metcalf keeping up in the Wrangler Ford Raptor, with Rivixter solving a mystery. Talleyrand keeping it all under control. He had the fastest lap on the second lap. And he is burning it around here in that Raptor. Homesick Aliens is getting ahead of Skyjacker. He's managed to pull away a little bit, but it looks like Skyjacker has regrouped and he's back on the attack, but he's hanging that Raptor out wide. Mika straight lining through the chicane, finding better time on Skyjacker now, and Skyjacker is falling towards the Mika. With Shiren catching these guys up, we're going to have a lovely freeway battle. We're nearly halfway through this race, 4 minutes and 20 seconds, whilst Talleyrand absolutely disappears, but Homesick Alien doing all he can. A 24.8 last time around for the Alien against Talleyrand's 25.5. So at this rate, the Alien may catch him up before the end of the race, with Skyjacker still ahead in that third place of Mika. Mika can now see her mirrors filled with Siren. If we get on board and have a look back, oh no, that's not the right button, that's the right button. And there you can see in 5th place Siren chasing down Mika, whilst Mika is hunting a Skyjacker down in these Raptors. And it looks cracking there. Siren's line through there, just sideways coming out of the corner. Beautiful stuff. We've lost sight of Skyjacker. There he is, Skyjacker just there in the distance. We can see 3rd place, and there is 5th. And they're all holding their own positions at the moment. How is Talleyrand doing up there in the lead? He's got Homesick Alien chasing him down. He's getting ever closer, but can he do it? He's getting another purple. Who got the fastest lap then? Oh, it's still Talleyrand on the lap. And there goes Talleyrand with a 23.6. So Talleyrand has got the message. And Homesick a 23.9. He's not going to catch him up at this rate. Skyjacker across the line with a 25.5. And Mika a 25.9. With Siren a 26.8. He's dropping away from Mika at the moment. Metcalf looked like he had an issue on that last lap with a 130. Rivixter not getting any closer. Rivixter going around the outside of the corner in his Raptor. In the chat, Rido says good evening, and Racer Brown says hello, and Talleyrand, he says goodbye. Look at him, off he goes. So we're coming up to 6.5 minutes here. With only what, 2.5 minutes left? No, 3.5 minutes left. Sorry, that's good math. I have to think quick. And Homesick Alien chasing down Talleyrand, but it might be a lost cause at this point. It looks like Skyjacker is starting to close back up on the Alien there. So Skyjacker getting a rocket. Oh, he's had a clip of the wall. It's put him out a bit wide, but luckily he's dropped Mika. Mika only just going into the corner, and so he does not lose anything except for a little bit of place on Homesick Alien. There goes Talleyrand on lap 6 in his Raptor. He's got it all under control. He's sliding that slugger into those corners beautifully to perfection. Look at it, clinging around the edge there. Absolutely cracking driving there from Talleyrand, as he's hitting purple after purple. He's doing everything correct. Homesick Alien, all he can do is push, but the problem is when you push, mistakes happen. And a 26.2 last time around from the Alien, and a 24.8 from Skyjacker. The Alien will have to be starting to look in his mirrors more than he's looking in front of him, because Skyjacker is on his way. Skyjacker getting the purple. Did he keep the purple? No. And Mika 26.3 last time around. Siren 28. So Mika could take a sigh of relief. Siren not quite getting on top of the Raptor at the moment, with a Metcalf down there in 6th and a Rivixter in 7th spot. Whoa! Talleyrand trying to flip that bad boy over, but it will not flip. As he carves his way through the mud here at Sardinia Windmills for race 1 of the Raptor Raids. Homesick Alien in second spot, chasing him down, trying to give it full beans in his grid finder Raptor, but he's being chased down by Skyjacker in the Monster Raptor, and he's catching him up. Homesick Alien 24.8 last time around for Homesick, with a 23.9 for Skyjacker. So Skyjacker really on a push at the moment, trying to hunt down himself a alien riding a Raptor. Mika kind of in no man's land, not quite with Skyjacker and the alien. I think that she'd need at this point. Oh yeah, we've only got 30 seconds left of racing. Looks like someone's spun on the grid, have they? No. I don't know who that was then. I saw someone. Someone's just crossed the line. Rivixter, has he finished? No, he's going around for another. Well, we've got 20 seconds. No one's finished yet. And there, Talleyrand, you can see, bombing over towards the finish line. He's going to get another lap out of this bad boy as he crosses with 5 seconds to spare. Homesick Alien. No, runs out of time, doesn't he? Yeah, now he finishes in Homesick Alien in second. Skyjacker in third. Mika bringing her home for 4th place in the Haribo Ford Raptor, just off the podium there. Shiren coming around in 5th. And Metcalf in a 6th spot with the Wrangler. It's just coming down towards the line now. As he crosses the line in a 6th place, a Rivixter in the Mystery Machine, struggling in the Raptor this evening, struggling, it has to be said. And there's Talleyrand on his victory lap. He's catching up the Rivs. Rivs grabbing it around the corner, throttling that Raptor up over the hill, swinging the back end around. There she goes. And then he's flooring it down the straight line, heading towards the finish line here over these next few bumpy corners. Here comes the winner. And Rivixter crosses the line for 7th place. So quick run through. Great. So there, Talleyrand took the race by the scruff of the neck, and he was untouchable. And he takes the win. Well, he will do in a few seconds. Homesick Alien battling it with Skyjacker early doors. Cost him a bit of time on Talleyrand, but I think Talleyrand with that fastest lap and the 23s was just a little bit too fast for the Alien in this first race. Skyjacker there. He had more than enough pace in his pocket for Homesick Alien, but he just likes hanging that back end out just too much in the corners. 4th place for Mika. A gallant battle early doors she put up, and she was trying to get there in the podium, but it was a lockout in the end for the VRC boys. Shiren for Team 13 finishing in 5th place. Metcalf representing in 6th, and Rivixter getting 7th spot in the end. So let's Talleyrand take the glory as he comes around on his, and there he goes. There he sees the checkered flag and takes the win. Well done, Talleyrand. Hello, Talleyrand. He's also in the chat. He's popped up. Right then. So that was a race 1 of the Raptor Raid. And now race 2 is Colorado Springs. Let me just get that loaded up for you, good people. I loaded them up beforehand, so they shouldn't take too long, and they're only 10-minute races, so if you're just a little bit patient, it's not like I ain't got a PS5. Oh, there we go, it's already done. It wasn't too bad, was it? So they're lining up, reverse grid, it looks like to me, with Rivixter on pole, Metcalf in 2nd, Shiren 3rd, Mika 4th, Skyjacker in 5th, Homesick Alien 6th, and Talleyrand starting at the back. So all eyes on Rivixter. My words, camera angles are great here at Colorado Springs. It is a very tight, twisty, muddy track, so I suppose there's not many choice places to keep them, and there they go, the two off the front of the line. Looks like Shiren making a move early doors, but no, Rivixter maintains that, but it looks like Metcalf was down there, and Metcalf has taken the lead. I saw him going up there, but Shiren has taken that lead, but there comes Mika from nowhere takes the lead in first place there for Mika in the Haribo Raptor, with Shiren battling over second place with Rivixter getting a better line. The Shiren getting caught up on the wall there, and now he's got Skyjacker all up in his business with Homesick Alien. No, Homesick Alien's up to fourth. Homesick Alien is getting past Shiren. Homesick Alien is he's up there, and he's through, and he's up into third. Shiren down into fourth. Skyjacker battling it out with Talleyrand, and there's Talleyrand up into sixth. Metcalf has dropped down into fifth place there. The Wrangler Raptor fighting it out with a Caterpillar Raptor and the Monster Raptor down in the back. Up in the front though, Rivixter has retaken the lead from Shiren. Mika dropping down into third place, and now she has a rear full of Homesick Alien, and Homesick Alien is very rapid in the Raptor. Rivixter leading them around though this first lap. Oh, they're going out wide, hitting the barriers. That's put Shiren back up into second place. Homesick Alien moves up into third. Mika down into fourth. Talleyrand now is in fifth, ahead of Metcalf in sixth, and Skyjacker looking for a way past and Met any way he can. So leading the way, Rivixter under threat. He's under threat from Homesick Alien. Oh gosh. And there is Homesick Alien making the move. He's on around the outside, giving it some welly, and I saw someone going off in the background there. I think it was Shiren off again in fifth. He's not enjoying this Raptor. He's got Talleyrand up at the side of him. Mika making a great move there. Looks like Rivixter having a small off. Oh my words. What happened to the Riv? Coming hard there. He's there, holding second spot. Is it the back end just goes on him? Oh, I see the Haribo come flying in there. So Mika is up into second place, Shiren third, Talleyrand down in fourth, and Rivixter bulldozed out of the way down into fifth place. But it looks like Mika is, oh no, Mika's there in second. She's also meeting the barrier, and Homesick Alien is in the lead of this race with Mika in second, but Shiren coming up the inside, and Mika's got that back end hanging right out, but she holds on to third just about. No, Talleyrand's around the outside of her, so Talleyrand having an attack, but he stays in fourth. Meanwhile, Homesick Alien gets to pull away. Mika in second to get ahead of all of these guys. Skyjacker's now up into third. Skyjacker in the Monster Raptor just with Shiren one side of him. Rivixter sideways behind. He's up along with the Caterpillar Raptor, but the Caterpillar Raptor has made it ahead. Shiren's come down to fifth. Shiren also meeting a barrier again. Poor Shiren, he gets himself up there and then he drops. Homesick Alien in second with Mika. Oh no, Mika's lost the car as well. Mika's lost her Raptor, and she drops down into fifth place just ahead of Rivixter behind Shiren, but she's come back through past Shiren and past Talleyrand. My word, there is nothing stopping Mika at the moment, and Homesick Alien are leading the way from Skyjacker. There's Mika bouncing off of the barriers, but Talleyrand's made it through past Mika as she hits the barrier, and there goes Shiren. He's up alongside Mika, and Shiren up into fourth place. Shiren squeezed between Rivixter, Mika squeezed between Rivixter and Shiren, but makes it through. But in fifth place, Rivixter in sixth, and Metcalf down in a seventh spot at the moment, staying way out of that stress. There's Rivixter, looks like he's caught something. Shiren in fifth with Mika fourth. Talleyrand now third, chasing down Skyjacker, who is in second spot. Skyjacker out wide, and there goes Talleyrand. Talleyrand's having a look. It looks like Skyjacker's had a little bump with the barrier, but Talleyrand's still in third. He's looking all over the back of that Raptor to find a way past, but Skyjacker keeping it just in the right place to avoid that from happening. Homesick Alien leading the way. He's pulled out a lovely little gap for himself, and now he can just pace himself to the end of this race. We are 4 minutes 20 seconds through. Talleyrand in second. He's got himself past Skyjacker, and Mika is back up into, and Mika going in there hard against Skyjacker, and Skyjacker still coming back and going. Oh no, he's dropped down into fourth spot now. And Mika is up into third place with Skyjacker fourth. Suren coming back in fifth. Rivixter in sixth, just ahead of Metcalf. That smooth driving coming back out, and there's a bit of a clash between the two drivers. Homesick Alien, he's got a purple the last time round on lap 3, and he's absolutely flying so far out there. Talleyrand in second place. We know he can control his Raptor. He had a great race that first one. Skyjacker, who's got himself ahead of Mika. Mika looking like she dropped down to fourth, but she's just ahead of Suren. This battle will just continue onwards with the GT87 car, and she's coming up the inside of Skyjacker, and Mika is back up into third place with Skyjacker dropping down to fourth. Suren we saw sliding out wide into the barrier in fifth place, and it's all down here. Skyjacker trying to get that inside line, but he's lost the back end. They're all ghosting into each other. They all want the same piece of mud out there, and now Suren is up into third place, but Skyjacker's trying to make a move. Skyjacker does make a move up into third, and he only just squeezes that Raptor through past Suren in fourth, and here comes Mika now trying to get some positions back, and she's got herself ahead of Suren. She's going around the outside of Skyjacker, and she gets it to stick, and she now is in a podium position. Homesick Alien leading the way, but it looks like Talleyrand has closed that gap down somewhat and pulled away from this battle that Mika is leading ahead of Suren, with Skyjacker down there in fifth place trying to cling on. Metcalf now ahead of Rivixter, but Rivixter really close behind, giving it some welly. We are 6.5 minutes into the race. Rivixter just can't get that car boot suit floored in the corners. Homesick Alien though, he's sliding them in. He's got the gist of this Raptor. It's just swing it and hope. Not much braking there, just hovering on that accelerator. Waits until he's out the corner, then he's flooring it. He knows he's got Talleyrand catching him up very fast. Talleyrand got the fastest lap last time around with a 1:30.2, whilst Homesick did a 31, so a second faster, and that gap is getting smaller between the two of them. Meanwhile, Suren is making a move up into third place ahead of Mika Wivery. Mika just edging ahead of Suren for that third place. Suren up the inside, and he now is back into third place ahead of Mika. And Skyjacker sitting just behind these two, hoping they'll take each other out so he can get an opportunity to get up into a podium position. He's got himself there, and he's done it. Skyjacker whips up the inside of Suren and Mika whilst battling. They were battling it out, and he's found himself in a podium position. With 7.5 minutes into this race, there's not much time going, but Suren goes flying in there, and Skyjacker ends up out and off the track, but he's coming back, but there's no room up that side, and Suren and Mika absolutely, oh, it looks like Mika's hit the logs. Mika's hit the logs and dropped down to fifth, while Suren and Skyjacker continue that battle. Meanwhile, Homesick Alien still leading from Talleyrand, but Talleyrand a 29.7 last time around, and the Alien another 31. He's dropping, he's spilling time out the back of that Raptor all over the track here at Colorado Springs for race 2 of the Raptor Raid. Also in the chat is Bunting saying you. Skyjacker now on that podium position. He's dropped Suren. He's pulling away from Suren, but Suren's going to have to go back into defensive mode as Mika's joining him. And there's Suren. He's just trying to get up the inside of Skyjacker back for that podium position, but Skyjacker says you shall not pass. Meanwhile, Rivixter has got himself ahead of Metcalf. Metcalf clinging on to the back there of Rivixter. And it's a bit more of an interesting race for the pair of these than the first race. Oh, Rivixter slid out hard onto the barrier there. Metcalf keeping it nice and tight around the corners. Homesick Alien still leading, but now you can see Talleyrand is catching him up, and Homesick Alien are risking it a little bit more, 6/10 faster this lap, so he's taking some more risks to try and stay ahead. We're into the last minute of racing, and there goes Homesick across the line, so this next lap will be their last lap. as he gets a 1:30.2, but Talleyrand is on absolute fire in the 29s at the moment, and he clocks himself another 29 as he pulls himself even closer to Homesick Alien. Skyjacker coming towards the line, still 30 seconds left of this race, and Skyjacker maintaining that third spot ahead of Suren for Team 13 in fourth, and Mika for GT87, Team 87 in fifth. Rivixter and Metcalf still battling it out there for sixth and seventh. Oh, they've both caught the barrier, so they both get to stay in their positions. Meanwhile, Homesick Alien, oh, not one mistake can be made on this last lap. Everything has to be precise as he brings his Raptor home, and these Raptors are beasts. It doesn't want to drive properly. It wants to jump and slide and buck and do all the things that Fords do. And Talleyrand just closing down on Homesick Alien with Skyjacker under threat from Suren on a last lap push to try and get that podium position. Mika is on the tail also, but Skyjacker now getting a little bit of breathing space, and we see these guys, Homesick Alien, driving around the final corner to take the win of the second race. Kaboom! Homesick Alien in second, first, Talleyrand in second. Here comes Skyjacker. Will he get that podium in the end? Will Suren get it? Will Mika get it? These three have all battled over it. Mika's caught the logs again. Mika's caught the log. She's dropped it. She's dropped the battle. Suren's got himself up around the outside of Skyjacker. Skyjacker's there on the inside. It's going to be close across the line. Skyjacker in third. Skyjacker grabs that final podium position. Take a bell, my son. Suren there in fourth. Mika in fifth. Metcalf coming around there for sixth ahead of Rivixter. Looks like Rivixter has dropped off that battle somewhat there in the mystery machine. And if it's any consolation, Rivixter, your livery was my favourite so far. So, there you go. Homesick Alien in his Grid Finder Ford Raptor Car 77 takes the win. Beautiful stuff. Well done. Second place, Talleyrand. So these two are even Stevens, really. First and second in the first race, and now they've reversed it in the second race. Skyjacker, oh god, what sort of shot is that? Skyjacker had one hell of an exciting race out there, finishing finally on the podium. Take a boo, my son. Well deserved, hard battle. Suren also out there, deserved the podium, did nothing wrong, but in the end Skyjacker just pipped him to it. Mika Wivery battling it out with those guys in the Haribo Ford for GT87s, the GT Team 87 or something like that, I'm not sure what they're called, but only grabbing fifth in the logs. They betrayed her, they grabbed her as they went through those chicanes. Sixth for Metcalf there in his Wrangler, looks beautiful, and Rivixter finishing in seventh in the mystery machine. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? It looks like, I don't know the words. And there you go, Rivixter crossing the line to finish in seventh. Beautiful stuff. Right then, let's leave the mud. Let's shun the mud. Shun the mud. Let's go and get these Raptors on some real tarmac. So moving on to the third race at the Red Bull Ring Short, I believe, short track. And let's see what these guys can do. I assume another reverse grid for another 10-minute blast, and let's see how they do with a bit of grip. They've raced wholeheartedly with no grip, and there you go. Yes, Rivixter on pole ahead of Metcalf. Mika in third, Suren fourth, Skyjacker fifth, Talleyrand in sixth, and Homesick Alien seventh. Let's get rid of those. Everything seems as is, should be. We're looking at the grid, we're waiting for the lights. Rivixter ahead of Metcalf. Mika G in third with Suren, and they're off. There they go. Rivixter looks like he's had a good start. He's holding that lead. Oh no, Metcalf now is leading the way into the first corner. Metcalf, late on the brakes, but Rivixter's trying to get around the outside, and Rivixter does, and makes the move, and now he is leading back, and Metcalf in second with Shiren up into third, Skyjacker fourth, Talleyrand in fifth, Homesick Alien sixth. Oh, Mika has dropped right to the back in her Haribo Raptor. Rivixter holding that lead from Metcalf, and Shiren is starting to get all over the back of Metcalf with Skyjacker there ahead of Talleyrand, and Shiren looking for make an early move on lap one of the side of Metcalf late on the brakes though, he defends his corner and they make it through, and there they go, beautiful sight there, Shiren, Metcalf, Skyjacker, Talleyrand, Homesick Alien, and Mika G is just a little bit behind those guys. And Rivixter leading first lap around with Metcalf in second place. He's going for a move, Oh, I don't know if he needed Rivixter there, but Rivixter's back on the track ahead of him. So Rivixter there ahead of Metcalf, and Shiren looking to make a move in this corner. It's quite tight to try, and there's Skyjacker going around the outside. Can he make it stick? He's not quite a full car up there, but yes, he's up the inside now, and this is the one. Shiren has to defend, giving Metcalf a bit of a break. Shiren there, he's got Skyjacker, but Skyjacker hasn't quite got the oomph to get past, and Shiren going defensive on the inside, but he's got Homesick Alien having a look. Homesick Alien have to get out of it, but somehow staying. No, Talleyrand has made it past the Alien now, but no, he hasn't. But Skyjacker got all up in the way of Homesick Alien, giving Talleyrand the oomph to get around the pair of them. And now Homesick Alien trying to make a move on Skyjacker. There, Rivixter under pressure, and Shiren's going for a move, but Shiren, no, quite not on the brakes, and Rivixter's out there wide in his Raptor. Metcalf staying within the lines in second place. Talleyrand now up onto a podium position with Shiren in fourth, Skyjacker in fifth, just ahead of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien now getting ahead of Skyjacker. It's all getting bunched up here, and Shiren's been shuffled down into sixth place. It's so tight, and Mika managing to catch up also. Mika up the inside of Shiren, and Shiren has dropped down from the front to the back in one or two corners. Shiren's got to regather himself. The Russian sensation will be back. There he is in the final corner having a look. All three cars, Skyjacker, Mika and Shiren, all up against each other. Rivixter's still leading. Metcalf's lining him up. Metcalf's out of the drag, and he's looking to take a late break up the inside. He's going for it, but Rivixter's going for that wide line around, and that's just, it's not fair, really. That's not fair. But Metcalf in second place, doing everything right, with Talleyrand there holding third spot ahead of Homesick Alien. Skyjacker there in fifth. Mika around the outside of Shiren, and she's made it stick there. She's in sixth place ahead of the Russian sensation. Really don't think he's enjoying these Raptors, but Rivixter is at this race. He hasn't looked like he's enjoyed them the first two rounds in the mud, but here, give him something solid for his wheels to grip onto, and he's flying. So Rivixter in first with a Metcalf. Metcalf's got the fastest lap though with a 54.8. Talleyrand there in third. He's now just taken the fastest lap with a 54.6. Homesick Alien just behind these guys into the first corner. There we see Metcalf and Rivixter. Rivixter's not so far off this time round, but Metcalf's gone wide with Talleyrand. It's just, must be when you're defending, you just got to go around there. So Metcalf and Talleyrand are battling it out there for second spots here. We're 4 minutes into the race, 6 more minutes to go. Homesick Alien on the back of these guys. Also Skyjacker a little bit on his own there, but he's dropped Mika, who's just ahead of Shiren. Shiren battling hard to get that spot back from Mika. So Rivixter there leading the way, and he's pulled himself a little bit of space out from Metcalf, because Metcalf's having to do some defending. He's out wide, but Talleyrand just staying there, and oh, he's under threat now from Talleyrand and Homesick Alien, I believe. And this gives Rivixter a bit of breathing space as they cross the line. Talleyrand having a look up the inside. Is he going to late brake? Can't quite get on those brakes late enough. They're both out wide. Homesick Alien just about staying on the track there with Skyjacker. He can see him, and in the background these two still battling it out. Mika and Shiren, the Russian sensation, trying to come back, and Mika up the inside. He's got the inside with Mika holding that outside line, but no, Shiren now up into 6th place, and there, got it nailed in car 69, with Mika just hanging on to the back of Shiren for the meantime, but she's going to come back. No, looks like it's dropped a bit of time. Shiren's going sideways around the corner. Unbelievable stuff there. Rivix is still leading, and here's the battle. Metcalf is struggling to stay on the road, but I think he's just asked too much, and there goes Talleyrand and Homesick Alien straight past, and Skyjacker. So Metcalf dropping 3 places. He went a bit wide onto the grass, and now he's got Shiren catching him up. Rivixter, how much space has he got? He's got 4 minutes left of a racing to do, and he's got some very fast Raptors chasing him down. The hunt is on for Talleyrand, Homesick Alien and Skyjacker. They're riding in a pack. They're hunting in numbers. Run, Scooby, run! So Rivixter taking the mystery machine for a spin, with Talleyrand in the Caterpillar Raptor ahead of the Grid Finder Raptor, who's ahead of the Monster Raptor, and they're battling it out. They're hunting in a pack, but they also want each other's positions. There's Metcalf still ahead of Shiren, but Shiren looking to line him up. He's a little bit too far back to make a move, and up here we've got Homesick Alien. He's going for a late break up the inside of Talleyrand. Talleyrand is out wide. Talleyrand's out wide. We've seen that move work for Rivixter, and he pulls it off as well. Homesick Alien 3rd, but he's trying to defend from Skyjacker. Skyjacker's trying to have a look up the inside of the Alien, and the Alien's trying to maintain, but Skyjacker just edges it. But now Homesick Alien has got the inside line on Skyjacker, and Skyjacker just has to sit behind the Grid Finder Raptor for another corner at least. So Rivixter leading from Talleyrand. Homesick Alien, as you can see out the front window, is in 3rd. Oh my word, these cars look like they loll around in those corners, don't they just, eh? Shiren has got ahead of Metcalf up to 5th. He's just behind us. And then let's see what Skyjacker's going to do in this corner. Heavy on the brakes. You can see the brake smoke coming off of Homesick Alien, the tyre smoke. And there they go. They all take the same line at this point. But it looks like Skyjacker's got a good run around the outside of the Alien. But no, it's just not enough grunt, Skyjacker. So Talleyrand holding on to that 2nd place. He doesn't look like he's closing down on Rivixter, with Homesick Alien in 3rd, Skyjacker in 4th, Shiren in 5th place. He's pulled away from Metcalf, that is just ahead of Mika. Rivixter then coming around across the line to start a lap 10 with only 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining on the clock, and Rivixter is leading against this train. Talleyrand, Homesick Alien and Skyjacker, not one of them can do anything about the other, and Talleyrand just ahead of the Alien, who's ahead of Skyjacker now, with Shiren in 5th place, Metcalf down there in 6th ahead of Mika. And there's Rivixter. Come on my lad, you can do this. So Rivixter maintaining that lead ahead of Talleyrand, Homesick and Skyjacker. Get on board with Skyjacker. He's dropped away from the battle between the Alien and the boss. The boss in 2nd, Homesick Alien in 3rd place. They've so that'll be advantage to Talleyrand, I guess. So the Alien would like to get past Talleyrand now, as they've got a win each and a 2nd place each so far this evening. Skyjacker just trying to close up. That Raptor just steps out mid-corner, catching him out. Could easily happen. Rivixter then. We've got 15 seconds left of this race. I think this is the last lap, with Rivixter leading ahead of Talleyrand. He's dropped Homesick as well. It looks like Homesick has made a small mistake. And it looks like it's just straightforward for Rivixter. He's just got to keep it within the lines there. Get onto the track. Talleyrand's on his way, but Rivixter's there, and Rivixter takes the win from Talleyrand. And Homesick Alien in third, ahead of Skyjacker. Shiren in fifth, and Metcalf taking sixth place there. Hey! So Rivixter, cracking stuff there for the win in the Mystery Machine. Super stuff. Second place for Talleyrand. Oh my god. No good shots of it. That's as good as it gets. So Talleyrand in the Caterpillar Raptor, grabbing second place, with Homesick Alien finishing in third. Woo! I want a nice shot. They're all rubbish shots. Even worse. So Homesick Alien finishes third. Take a boo, my son, in the Grid Finder Raptor. Skyjacker gets fourth place. For Pete's sake. It's a beat. Drop the beat, 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 drop the beat. Come on! Just one clear picture. I can't stop until it's there. Right, Skyjacker gets fourth place after all that. But what a battle Talleyrand, Homesick Alien and Skyjacker had throughout that race for that second spot. But Skyjacker ends up in fourth place. Shiren battling with Mika for early part of this race. Ends up in fifth, catching up Metcalf, passing him also, or them also. Metcalf in sixth, held it up there quite a while up the front. And brings the Wrangler Raptor home in sixth, with Mika bringing it across the line for seventh place. Now we're heading over to our final round, which is at Blue Moon Bay Raceway or Speedway, I never can remember. Hang on, why am I not pressing play? So here we are at Blue Moon Bay Speedway, infield B. Reverse the grid as again, so Mika on pole with Metcalf in second, Shiren in third, Skyjacker fourth, Homesick Alien in fifth, Talleyrand sixth, and Rivixter starting at the back in seventh after winning the race before. So we're waiting for the lights here at the half oval. And there they go, Mika taking the lead from Metcalf. And Shiren there in third place. Mika holding that lead, but further back Homesick Alien ahead of Skyjacker. Talleyrand there. Talleyrand's dropping behind Rivixter. Rivixter though looks like he's getting struggles on the inside of that corner. And Mika out there has lost the position to Shiren. Shiren moving up into first place ahead of Metcalf. Metcalf up the inside of Mika. Mika's down to third now. Mika struggling with Homesick Alien right on her tail, but Mika coming back at Metcalf. But Metcalf holds it together in second place, and Mika Wivery down there in third, with Homesick Alien fourth, Skyjacker in fifth, and Talleyrand there in sixth. But Rivixter's trying to come back at Talleyrand, and he's up the inside to grab that sixth place, while Skyjacker harries Homesick Alien. Mika in third with Metcalf in second place, and Shiren leads them away to complete the first lap. Oh, Shiren moves across the track. I don't know if there was contact, but there Metcalf goes ahead to take the lead. Mika in second, Shiren dropping down into third, whatever made him jerk to one side. There is Skyjacker ahead of Homesick Alien, and Talleyrand has closed up back on these guys with Rivixter in seventh spot. Crazy racing throughout the pack. Sitting on board with Talleyrand, there's Mika Wivery. She's dropping down into sixth spot. I don't know what happened. And Shiren now leading from Metcalf. Skyjacker in third. Homesick Alien, and oh my lords, they're all lined up. It looks like Shiren may have knocked the wall on the way out of the corner, slowing him down, and now Skyjacker has taken the lead from Shiren. Talleyrand trying to get some space in that third place. And it's all change around with Skyjacker now leading from Shiren. Talleyrand in third place with Homesick Alien in fourth. But no, it's all change again in this corner. Skyjacker still leading from Shiren, but Talleyrand has got himself ahead of Homesick Alien. Talleyrand now nearly past Shiren. And Skyjacker still maintains that lead, but Talleyrand now up into second, but he's not quite past Shiren yet. Shiren and Talleyrand battling for space on the track. Shiren though has to dip in behind Talleyrand, and he's got Metcalf just behind him. There is Shiren trying to make a move up the inside, and Talleyrand has knocked the wall, and they're all knocking him behind. Metcalf fourth, Homesick Alien down into fifth, Mika is sixth, and Rivixter down there in seventh spot. Skyjacker leading. We're nearly 3 minutes into this 10-minute race, and we've got Shiren in second ahead of Metcalf. Talleyrand now down into fourth place. They're moving around all over the place now. Talleyrand trying to edge forward ahead of Metcalf, but it's neck and neck going into turn one. Oh no, Shiren sideways. Shiren is sideways. I saw Shiren was sideways. My word. The action. So Shiren in second spot there, just behind Skyjacker. He's alongside, no, he's not alongside anyone, it seems. He goes into the corner. Oh, I think there might have been contact between himself and Metcalf, and it's put him out, and he's got himself going again just ahead of Rivixter. Can Rivixter get by? And he does. So Rivixter up into sixth place ahead of Shiren in seventh. Skyjacker still leads with Metcalf there in second, and Talleyrand in third. Homesick Alien in fourth spot, right on Metcalf, no, Talleyrand's tail, because Metcalf's got himself just ahead. And there's Talleyrand. It looks like Talleyrand's struggling. Mika's moved up into third place from nowhere. Where did Mika come? Came flying through up into third, now ahead of Homesick Alien. Talleyrand down into fifth. Rivixter in sixth. Shiren down in seventh after his knock with Metcalf in turn one. Skyjacker meanwhile pulling away, saying I fancy a win today. And Metcalf in second place. Mika Wibery there in third. No, Homesick Alien, but Homesick Alien's lost the back end of the Raptor. He's definitely got to be down, but someone's off the track. Metcalf had it. He's lost it in the first corner. He must have been in the toe. And we just see the back end of that Raptor. Oh my word, it just got sucked off by the barrier. So Skyjacker leading. Mika now up into second place with Homesick Alien in third. Talleyrand fourth, fighting it out. Rivixter up into fifth, but Shiren is catching the rivs rapidly, and Metcalf dusting himself off and cracking on with it. Skyjacker chasing them down. No, Skyjacker's leading. It's Mika that's chasing him down with Homesick Alien all over the back of the Haribo, but Talleyrand's sneaking a move up the inside of the Alien as they come around the final turn. And Homesick and Talleyrand still battling it out for supremacy. Advantage is to Talleyrand with 2 wins, 2 second places. Talleyrand getting a second and Homesick getting a third. So Homesick Alien for pride will want to get past Talleyrand to make it even Stevens on the night. But it seems that Talleyrand, he's just got that Raptor where he wants it. Meanwhile, Skyjacker pulling away from the crowd. Mika is getting caught up by Talleyrand. Talleyrand wants to get past because he's in that bitter battle with Homesick Alien. And there he goes. Talleyrand looks like he's got that inside up the inside of Mika, and he's going to make it. Oh, Mika's into the wall. Mika into the wall and down into fourth place. And Talleyrand and Homesick Alien continue on in second and third place. Mika in fourth with Rivixter trying to find a way past. Mika covering that car off, but Rivixter trying to get it under the inside of Mika, but he can't do it, so he drops back behind for a tow. Is he going to have a look into the first turn? But no, Mika's got it covered. Meanwhile, Talleyrand, there's Homesick Alien trying to go up the inside of Talleyrand, and He gets it. He gets it ahead. No, does he not? Because Talleyrand's still there. And the Homesick Alien has got that inside line, but Talleyrand just edging it in front. Now Talleyrand will have the inside line coming up to the next corner. And he does. Talleyrand in second place with Homesick Alien in third. Mika in fourth ahead of Shiren. So Rivixter's dropped behind Shiren now, in Metcalf in seventh place. Skyjacker absolutely flying away with it. 6.5 minutes into this race. He's just got to bring her home. There we see Talleyrand and Homesick Alien still going at it, but Shiren and Mika coming through and could be a threat. We saw Mika come from nowhere earlier in this race, and she's having a look, but can't quite make it stick there. And Homesick Alien now leading from Talleyrand. Well, Skyjacker's leading, but the battle between Talleyrand. Oh no, Homesick Alien's dropping. Homesick Alien right down into fifth place. Oh dear, we'll have a quick look at that. Sorry, Homesick. So Homesick there, third, breaking into turn one. He's on the grass, he's wiggling a bit. He's around, and it looks like, oh, he had a nasty knock on the barrier, and there goes Mika. And Shiren also squeezing through. They're squeezing each other. It looked like Mika, Shiren trying to squeeze each other, and Homesick was on the inside of them against the wall, and he's down into fifth place. So Skyjacker leading the way in his Raptor, the last race of this evening for these Ford Raptors. And Skyjacker, shall we say, last one wins it all. I think it's only fair, isn't it? So Skyjacker on to take the whole thing here in first place here at Blue Moon Bay Speedway, infield B for race 4. Rivixter's won 1, Talleyrand's won 1, Homesick Alien has won 1, and now it looks set that Skyjacker may win 1. Talleyrand in second place though, ahead of Mika, looking good for a podium. Homesick Alien's got himself ahead of Shiren. Rivixter not too far behind these guys, and Metcalf is in 7th spot. We're 8 minutes into this race, only 2 more minutes to go in these Raptors. Talleyrand, Mika and Homesick Alien. Shiren right on the tail of Homesick Alien. He's gone to make a move. It looks like there's a bit of argy-bargy between the Russian sensation and Homesick Alien. Car 77 in 4th. With Shiren down there in 5th place, and this gives Rivixter an opportunity to come back. Rivixter having a look at the inside of Shiren. Is he going to do it under late brakes? Is it a do or die? Oh, he slams into Shiren. He's off on the inside, and Shiren just continues on, but he's lost a bit of place to Homesick Alien. Mika there in 3rd. It seems sealed. The deal is done. We've only got 1 minute and 10 seconds left of racing, so we can still get a couple of laps in before the end. Skyjacker bringing it around the final turn to start what probably will be, it's going to be tight. No, yeah, it will be his final lap as he comes towards the line. Talleyrand pulling away from Mika, who sticks that 3rd place, a final podium position. Homesick Alien trying to chase her down though in 4th with only 1 lap to go, is asking for a lot. Shiren in 5th with Rivixter there in 6th, and Metcalf somewhat behind in 7th. And here he comes, Skyjacker, don't put it in the wall. You've got Talleyrand chasing you down. One mistake could be fatal at this point. 20 seconds left of racing. Mika is getting caught by the Alien. Can she stay ahead before the end of the race? Shiren in 5th with Rivixter 6th, and Metcalf spun it in the first corner, and here he comes, Skyjacker coming around the final turn here at Blue Moon Bay Speedway, infield B in his Ford Raptor. He's going across the line, and he is taking victory. Oi, hey, well done, Skyjacker. Skyjacker takes the win with Talleyrand in 2nd spot, and Mika the final podium position. Take a boo with Homesick Alien coming in. Oh, there you go. No, Homesick Alien heavy on the brakes at the end there, it seems, to finish 6th, letting Shiren and Rivixter through. and Metcalf in 7th. So, oh, I had a little bit of time, didn't I? I didn't have to pause it right away. So there he is. There's the man, the one who won it all. We said whoever wins the last one wins the whole shebang. So there is your Raptor Raid king, your Raptor Raid monster, and the hero of the night. Skyjacker takes the win of race 4. Talleyrand, good effort, mate. Good try, but you didn't win the whole thing. Got a win of the evening, but couldn't get that important win there at the end that wraps the whole thing up. So beautiful car though, Caterpillar, Ford Raptor, Talleyrand in 2nd place. Mika finishing in 3rd, the final podium position. It says car number 3. She foresaw this. The Haribo Ford Raptor, the final step of the podium. Take a boo, my child. Sharon, looking a little sideways across the line in 4th place. Had a battle with everyone out there. Cracking stuff. Rivixter finishing in 5th in the end in the mystery machine. Homesicalian looked like he put the anchors on right there at the end to let the others through. I don't know why. Possibly had his reasons. And he got 6th and got absolutely thrashed by Talleyrand. It was close stuff though up until that final race. And Metcalf, let's watch him go round before we say goodbye. I was your commentator and broadcaster, Mike Oxbig. Thank you for watching, and catch us later on Tuesday live for round 2 of the PST, Porsche Sprint Trophy. Thank you very much. Bye.